Hi, my name is Kevin BINYAO Song, and I'm currently a senior studying in Dublin High School, California. As other teenagers would do, I'm getting more and more independent right now, but there's a bunch of risks I could possibly get as I'm getting more independent. And today I'm going to talk about three. It's going to be smoking, using alcohol, and drugs. Well, most of the people think having alcohol, drugs, and smoking is not a huge problem in America. But is that a myth or the truth? According to the National Institute of Health, with 4.6% of 8th graders, 5.1% of 10th graders, and 7.4% of 12th graders reporting any illicit drugs use other than marijuana in the past year. These data is built on a long-term trends documenting low and fairly studied with use of illicit substance reporting among teenagers, including past years' use of cocaine, heroin, and misuse of prescription drugs generally. In 2022, according to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, about 19.7% of young ages 14 to 15 reported having at least one drink in their lifetime. In 2022, 5.8 million young ages 12 to 20 reported drinking alcohol beyond just a few sips in the past month. According to the data from the 2023 National Young Tobacco Survey, 2.8 million, about 10% middle school and high school students reported current use of tobacco products. Young use of more than one tobacco product is also common. So we can see a lot of numbers over there, right? But by educating people, we can make the percentage and the number of students using substance a little bit down. Some of the students, they are not bad. They're not want to kill themselves, but they just don't know how serious it is to use a substance. By using these substances, you could possibly get a bunch of cancers and leukemia, liver diseases, high blood pressure, stroke and heart disease, kidney failures, and nerve and brain damages. From a long-term effect, you may also face a bunch of legal responsibilities. For example, you may get a suspension on your driver's license, and you also could be having fines or expelled from school, just like as I mentioned in jail times. Hey guys, as we already know that using substances can lead to very serious consequences. So how can we avoid it? So if you're already started using it, and you may be a little bit hard for you to fight it, so sometimes you just have to ask for help. So speaking of asking for help, instead of finding only a trusted adults, you can also use the resources in your communities or from your school. So if you're in the high school, you can go to ask for the counselor that tell the counselor what's going on and everything. If you're having a hard time fighting with addictions to alcohol, smoking, and drugs, you can also ask your doctors and see how they can help you out with some medicine or some treatment. And there's a bunch of health supporting organizations in my area, which including Dublin District and Access Communities for Health. Now you already know how to ask for help, but it's also very important for you to recognize how your friendships affect you on using substances. Maybe the first steps you can do is scale away from that friendships. Start to make friends with somebody who's like healthy living. And secondly, if your friends keep asking you, should we go to the park and have some alcohol from my fridge? What should you do? You can have a bunch of ways. You can say no straight to your friends with verbal or non-verbal languages, and you can also suggest alternates. For example, we can just play basketball in the park. Speaking of alternatives, so for school we have a bunch of football games, and we have the rally, school rally, and also we have the homecoming dances and proms. These are very interesting events. Lastly, I would say as teenagers, stay away from the substances, having a substances-free lifestyles, and enjoy your life.